He's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Gotcha.
Both of you have.
Sorry.
Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also...
Well, she did do it intentionally twice.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to cover this viral video about a trans influencer at the airport shortly before Christmas posted a video online where a Delta employee so-called misgendered the person. And this was posted online to garner sympathy, to paint the person to be a victim, but it backfired big time. Now I've seen people who even support this community criticizing this influencer. Now once again, I always say, don't go to people's places of work trying to start something, looking for trouble, looking to be offended, to get somebody in trouble with their place of work that puts their job in jeopardy. This is the sort of thing that is not going to get people on board with your whatever you're trying to achieve. This is not going to get people on your side. It's just going to put people off, even people who may typically support what you do. Now this trans influencer, the person's name is Tommy, they're friends of Dylan Mulvaney. They have an exaggerated idea of what it means to be a woman. And if you ask me, I think there's some truth to this being referred to as woman face. The exaggerated mannerisms, all supposed to be an example of femininity, apparently. Take a look.
They were like, that's a bag that you put your Subway shoes in or something.
Oh my God.
And like it got eaten alive on TikTok. And I had just gotten it for my birthday. An episode comes out where they shit on this specific bag. And I was so embarrassed. And then I was like, you know what? The people shitting on it were like these billionaires, basically.
Yeah, they were like, no billionaire would wear this bag.
A year ago, I couldn't afford my rent, let alone a bag like this.
No!
And this was like my big fun purchase.
Oh.
And so I was like, I love
Dylan,
it.
you better wear that bag.
I
And
do.
Then give it to your children.
And it's going to be handed down.
So you see there what this person is all about. This person has also been on camera telling people, instructing people on how to inject yourself with hormones. If, you know, that's your thing.
Band-aids and alcohol wipes. Different needles here. Medication here. Their prescription just in case I need it to show someone. Actually, I do put that in there because I'm traveling and I don't know. That is how I do my self-care once a week.
They're encouraging what I call a terrible experiment. Nobody knows the long-term implications of injecting yourself with estrogen if you're a man. So let's take a look at the video.
And what about when an adult employee misgenders you intentionally?
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Gotcha.
Both of you have.
Sorry.
Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also...
Well, she did do it intentionally twice.
You're talking to me too.
You said she and then you said he.
You're being condescending, and if you want to continue, I have Port Authority escort you out the building right this moment if you want to play that game with me.
Okay.
Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
I'm good. I'll just put this on.
So that's what this person thought was going to garner sympathy, but it backfired big time. And people were more sympathetic to the Delta employee. 3 days before Christmas, you can imagine, a very busy time in New York City dealing with this nonsense. And the Delta employee made it clear that it wasn't intentional. But that wasn't good enough for this person. There was someone else who he was trying to help as well at the same time. But the person kept on as if they were the only person in the world, as if they were the only person at that airport who needed help. So this was a Delta ticket agent in the New York area. They went viral on Tuesday after refusing to put up with accusations that he had intentionally misgendered a male passenger. It's been revealed that the male voice belongs to trans actor Tommy Dorfman. So this influencer posted this video to 150,000 followers, essentially trying to shame this Delta employee, essentially trying to throw them to the wolves so they could be cancelled, so they could be harassed online, so they could possibly lose their job. You see how these influencers spare no fault for the people they put on camera, for the people they post online without their consent? They spare no fault for the backlash that they may receive, for the cancelling, or possibly even losing their jobs. They spare no fault for any of that because they were misgendered. And they're the ones who are the victim. Now, I'm sorry, but somebody calling you sir is actually trying to be polite. Somebody saying he, when they don't know you from Adam, You're standing in front of them, they say the first thing that comes to their head because of what they see. And when they tell you that it's unintentional, you still proceed in trying to shame them, in trying to cause trouble. That is not going to get people on board. It really isn't. So in case you didn't hear, Dorfman says, and what about when a Delta employee misgenders you intentionally? The gate agent continues to talk to the passenger he was already helping, saying, while you're talking, he's talking too. You just misgendered me again, multiple times, both of you, Dorfman said. And the female passenger says sorry. It wasn't intentional. The gate agent tells Dorfman. But if you want to take it personal, that's also. The Dorfman interrupts and says, you said he and then you said she. Obviously, that's an indication that the person is actually trying to get the pronouns right, despite being very busy and having better things to do. And then the agent said, you're being condescending. And if you want to continue, I'll have port authority escort you out the building right this moment. If you want to play that game with me, which is if you'd like to continue 3 days before Christmas, I really don't mind. Now, with all that energy Dorfman had initially, playing victim, saying you misgendered me, blah, 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 all of a sudden, Dorfman knows how to be cooperative, saying, I'm good, I'll just put this on. And it's not clear what he's referring to. Perhaps a mask, who knows? So that's the way to deal with it. When certain people come to your place of work trying to cause trouble, trying to police your language, if you're somebody who's just trying to get on with their job, minding your own business, when these people come along and try and cause trouble, that is the way to deal with it. A perfect lesson. Now, it's one thing to come for people who are not going to play that game, people like myself, who are not going to have their language policed, who are not going to go along with something that is not in line with reality. But when you're coming for people who don't care, who don't mind using the pronoun that you want them to use, who are happy to go along with it for 5 seconds and send you on your way, when you come for those people, you're really going to turn people off. They don't deserve that. They're just getting on with their jobs. And a lot of these influencers, I question if they have regular jobs. I really do. The way they dress, the way they act, the way they conduct themselves at times. I question if they have a regular job where you have to, stick to a certain level of decorum, where you have to dress professionally, where you have to act a certain way and not draw unnecessary attention to yourself. Because it's not about you, it's about doing your job. So this person is a Hollywood actor. They were in 13 Reasons Why and transitioned in 2021. But what it seems is that most of these people are influencers and they're trying to create content to earn a living. They're making their identity part of their personality, part of their, essence of their very being. And that's all there seems to be about them, is how they identify. And they're going around putting innocent people on camera to try and put them on blast. All for content, all for clicks and views, all for videos to go viral. And yes, this video did go viral, but not in a way that benefits Tommy. And when I looked on Tommy's page, I didn't see the video anymore. So it appears this video has since been deleted. It's still circulating. And the person, the Delta employee, they didn't consent to be in this video, in this viral video, but they come out looking great, unlike the influencer. So be careful how you approach people. Seek comfort in your family and friends, honoring your pronouns. Be confident in who you claim to be. Stop seeking validation from people who are not part of this, from people who are just trying to get on with it, who don't even know that you are looking to them to validate you. They have no idea. So stop seeking validation from people like that and be satisfied with the people in your lives who use your pronouns all day long, who are perfectly happy to do so. You're going to come across plenty of people who don't care and who will get it right, but you're also going to come across people who get it wrong sometimes, in your eyes. And I'm sorry, you're going to have to get over that, because this is the real world. Some people are going to know, others aren't. And it's not fair that you put them on camera and try and put a target on their head. You set them up to be perceived as a bigot. He and sir are not on par with the N-word. So this person has been featured in Time and in Style, apparently claiming to have never felt better after taking estrogen. Genuinely happy. If that's the case, why are you going around harassing people? Why are you going around harassing Delta employees? Why is your focus not getting on the plane and going to see your family for Christmas? Why is that not your focus? Instead, you're more concerned with creating content. So Delta Airline is all on board with the gender preferences and identifiers, and even offers options for those who don't identify as male or female. So this is what Delta says about their gender policy. As part of Delta's ongoing efforts to reflect inclusivity and ensure an equitable travel experience for all customers, we are launching non-binary gender options for customers to select during the booking process. Delta customers will now be able to select X, unspecified, or U, undisclosed, in addition to M, male, and F, female, to identify their gender in Delta's travel systems. Customers will also be able to select an MX title. Delta notably does not use the phrase ladies and gentlemen, and supports pride events in Amsterdam, Atlanta, Cincinnati, Detroit, LA, Miami, all over. So yes, they do have a gender policy. And yeah, this employee may very well get in trouble for all we know. They may very well get in trouble because they supposedly use the word he. And these influencers are perfectly happy to see somebody lose their job for slipping up for a few seconds. Somebody who really doesn't care, who's not trying to deliberately offend them, who said that it wasn't intentional, they'll be happy for people like him to lose his job. Now, I don't know whether this person's passport said male or female. I would expect it to say male, but trans people are being issued with passports where they can select whatever gender they want to, regardless of their biological sex, regardless of the sex they were born.
This is what I have been working with. Hello? Hello? Just got my new passport. Let's see. Show me an F for female. Show me an F for female. F for female! Woo! And I look pretty good. Honestly, oh my God. This is the biggest weight lifted off my shoulders. And I could cry happy tears. But mostly, I would like to thank the US government for allowing me to do this. And to all those people that call me a man, well, you can take that up with the Department of Social Security because my passport says otherwise. Love ya.
So there you have it, it's official. Dylan is female because the passport says so. So who knows, maybe the person's passport had an F on it, F for female. But the passport still very well could have said male. And that's another reason why you have to understand people are not going to make assumptions. People are not going to make assumptions. Your passport says male, as far as they're concerned, you're a sir or a he. And you have to be prepared for that. But this Delta employee handled it very well. He was very professional, in my opinion, throughout the whole thing. He said it wasn't intentional. When he called this person's bluff, the person backed down. Perfect example of how to handle such situations, if you ask me. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and God willing, I will see you in the next video.